Namaste. Namaste. Dear beloved souls, sisters and brothers out there. This is Freja Enjoy, and today I think I would like to talk about feelings, because feelings in the perspective of consciousness and ascension, intelligence, multidimensionality, love, unconditional love, peace, all feelings is the navigator system. When I first got my telepathic contact with the collective dolphins, the dolphin collective in the Holy Temple of Lemuria, Atlantis and New Earth, it was in 1999, and they directly knew why they contacted me, because I have always had this biggest issue in my life, that no one close to me in my family or my boyfriends or my friends did care about my feelings. So it's maybe I can say it's the hugest thing in my lifetime, this lifetime. It's not just that no one listened to my feelings, it's also that they said to me, no, your feelings are wrong. They told me my feelings was wrong. So this was like the one I was supposed to call my mother, and also then after that my boyfriends, who I love very dearly, like I did with my mother. And I didn't know what to do with this. So in many years I was trying to understand. So that's one of the like, if you look at the human part, my human part tried to understand what's going on and how is this possible, because I knew what I was feeling, and I could also feel others' feelings, and I could I knew so much, but no one it wasn't even okay for me to tell what I was feeling. If someone was hurting me physically or psychologically, mentally, by words or by actions or by not listening and so on, that's also an action. I was not allowed to say anything about my feelings, because I always get the response back that no, you can't, your feelings are wrong, you are wrong, you can't feel that, because it's like this and this and this. You understand? That's amazing. Isn't that amazing? That's really amazing. So I was really interested. That's I had the best work you can have. I got it. I was quite young. I was just 20 years when I got a very good work as creative. What do you say? Creative. What do you call it? Chief or something on television, Swedish television. And I was very, they loved me, and I got a very nice own office and all these things. They really wanted me there to stay. And it was the best possible circumstances, and I could stay there for the rest of my life and had money coming in every month, a lot of money. And I could also go out and do other things and come back and all these things. But because I knew all that already at my 20s, that I have to listen to my inner voice. So I listened to my inner voice, and I did stop that work just because I wanted to listen to my inner voice. So, well, I was searching. Everything I have done in my life is searching for answers. And answers, how is it to be a human being, and what is it to be a human being, and what do other human beings, what is it called, how do they explain the inside thinking and everything. For me, of course, my main subject was the feelings all the time and everywhere. You know, I was reading. I was going through education after education with the best results. I was trying to understand, and everywhere I sort of saw that feelings are underestimated. Feelings are underestimated. And do you know, I don't know if you look at this video. This is a YouTube video. And sometimes I am on Facebook. And it's a social media place, Facebook. And sometimes I don't have much time to look around there. So Facebook in a way serve you what to look at, but it's very like narrow. It's just some few people that comes into that flow, and you can see. And anyway, I'm shown because I really expanded from my inner knowing that I should listen to my inner voice. So I really expanded from that point, you can call it point. So it was my really like, it's the same as my inner star. It's the divine spark. Also, what I'm communing with other sparks around me in different ways, like telepathic, from. So, how does it come that on Facebook I happened, so these guides, I have different guides, spiritual guides, my higher self. I am merged with my higher self today, and I have this different spiritual guides, and when I come into Facebook, they show me directly what to look at. I mean, so then I don't have to look long time before I know, aha, that was important, and then that person said that and did that, and that's important. So I've been shown time after time after time, and now I think it's time to tell in a video that it's not at all common that I will call it now the ascension wave in social media, Facebook, and also maybe in a lot of YouTube videos. It's not usual that people really act like they say. They put out posts on Facebook that sounds really, really good things, and there are maybe hundreds and 200s and 300s of people like, and respond, and mostly women who mostly need to go more into themselves and go from in themselves and be wise from that point, instead of sitting looking on Facebook and clicking like and reading things all the time. It's very good to have information, but at a point it's more important that you go into yourself and trust yourself. Because I also see on Facebook, I have to say this, there are maybe two women where I see Facebook that are popular ascension guides, very popular. And people click like, lot. And then there are a lot of men who do posts. They maybe take from a website that a woman have channeled something, and they take her channeling and put a picture to it. And I see the patterns. Because many of them, they say they are they want to put out that they are very, very high dimension and spiritual and things like that. But they are still working with human forms of getting what they want. So they figure out, I'm gonna get that if I do like that. And I've seen it so long, so many years. And I don't do that. I don't have a lot of people on Facebook that like my things. Sometimes, if I tag people and write things, sometimes it's mostly liked very much. And so this has to do, you have to put this, I say now, together with that it's important to have feelings, because you don't have feelings, you are dead. if you say no to some feelings. Do you understand what I mean? If we are, maybe I should say, well, I'm very aware of this, so you have to understand that when you are one with when you are true to yourself, you want many times going to be a kind of lonely person as a human being. It doesn't matter, because when you merge together with your multidimensional being that you are in light and love, and light and love is to accept your feelings. I just say that. When you do that, you're not lonely. But it's another thing than to be have to talk about the human not loneliness, because there are very mixed things going on, talking about human relationships, and then next time, oh, I'm so very spiritual, I got my partner, it's my twin soul, and blah blah. The thing is, you have all inside of you. You have the feminine and the masculine both inside of you, and this is the truth, the divine truth. It's up to you what you once decided, put it in your blueprint from divine source, that you gonna be here as a human now, and maybe you're gonna meet that and that and that person, because you want to explore that and that and that. Nothing is better than the other. You choose yourself once what experiences you wanted to go through. But also, we have the free will. Here, now, we have the free will as human beings. We have the free will to choose. The divine blueprint is one thing. You are going like, and you use your feelings. It's like your feelings is not just what people think about, like, I have feelings. Oh, I burned my finger. Oh, I feel sorry. It's so much more. Everything, senses, all senses, is connected with your feelings. It's feelings, all of it. It has to work together with your feelings. Because your feelings are, it's a guiding system, it's how you know how to travel. So how does it work? People all put out things that sounds like all the time on Facebook, like posts that sounds so wise, but they don't do what they put out. So they think, if I just say this and this, I will be that. but it doesn't work that way. So actually, if you have I said in another video about ascension feelings, that how you work with your feelings. You have to accept all of your feelings. That will keep you on a high vibration. It's also a word, high vibration. Of course, it's a word. It's a very, very limited word. It's vibrations are vibrations, and they are here I can't say second, because it's about hundreds, mini. It's I can't even that fast. It's so when I say you need to accept all your feelings, it depends on how quick you are. If you feel something and you recognize, I'm afraid of this, and you are quick recognizing that you feel afraid, and you can let go of that feeling of being afraid, you have to work out yourself. I could tell you how it works, but you have to work out yourself also. I'm not going to go deeper on that subject right now, but when you free yourself from that, and then you're back on the track again, high vibration. So or you feel sad. Sometimes it's important that you embrace your sadness 100%. And you may need to cry by yourself for hours, or maybe just 5 minutes, but it feels like hours. It doesn't matter. The important thing is, that you feel it. That you feel it. So many people, also people in the so-called, we call it the ascension process, what do we call it? Light workers team or whatever. Very beautiful souls, all of it. But it's a learning all the time. You have to be interested in learning new things. So you have everything you need inside yourself, but it's not just coming here. Okay, I know everything about myself because I have contact with myself. Because it's a process. So you go through things. It's changing from here to there. So you can compare and know why that feels better than that. Don't you think that's very interesting? But some people are then so very, very keen on talking about everything, like I have And you have to be positive. Be positive. Be positive. It's very good to be positive, but it's very narrow word, really. Because it's not about just saying be positive and saying positive things without being connected to your heart and your soul and your feelings. Because the people who talks about this positivity and always like trying to project out positive, 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 happy, 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 happy. If you not are happy, don't pretend. This is about really how conscious you are about yourself. So when you go deeper into yourself, you also reach further out, and you can take in more from your guides who are both inside and outside. But if you have this belief that some feelings are bad, some feelings are low vibrations, so when they come, no, I can't feel that. Oh, I have to pretend I'm not angry. I have to pretend I'm not sad. I have to pretend that and that. So then you shut down your own feelings. You don't take care of them. And then actually, you are the same as dead. Because dead people don't feel sad. Dead people don't feel angry. Dead people, no, I'm talking about feeling here, conscious feeling. Do you understand? I don't talk about like I'm a huge empath. From the first moment I looked out from came out from out in this world. So I mean, I could always see like my mother, for example. I could always see that she was lying when she said, I'm not angry. And she was furious about something. So that had to do with her own life, and that she didn't have power over her own life. Do you understand? So that speaks louder when you are a real empath. And people can be empaths, but put that down too. But to be an empath consciously and know it, you have to know all of your feelings first. Because if you're not conscious about all your feelings and accept them, you're not really an empathic being. Because then it's just a mishmash of all feelings. So coming into wanting to go into ascension and coming into 5D, when it's ascension guides who mostly talk about all these super flashy words like we are going to, it's diamond light codes, it's rainbow light codes, it's this super, it's ascending, it's super high, and it's and we are wow, and we are wow. But the thing is that when no one really talk about what the inner work is and about the real importance of you really careful with your feelings. It's just a lot of, it's going to be a lot of beings who think they are going into ascension. And of course they are influenced by the energies that's coming into Earth now. Of course they are. Everyone are. But here comes this word that some talk about. Bypass spirituality. Because if you like you go by outside your feelings to try to just go with the flow where everybody else seems to be. Everybody else seems to just jump into 5D now. So I'm going to do that myself, and then I don't see that and that and that. You understand? So understand, dear, dear, dear beloved one. Understand, I say this to you now in great love. God, I'm beginning to cry now. I say this to you in great love, in unconditional love from my heart and my soul. So I want you to listen to my words, because I want your best. I don't want you to do bypass spirituality. That's why I'm telling you this. I think I may be, when I'm getting more and more polished, may I call it that, if it's okay. I'm going to be better and better on going out more and more. And I really want to go out to more people about this, because this is so important. Let me introduce my inner child right now, because this was quite a bit of talk. And my inner child, my inner divine child, loves my rattle. So I'm gonna show you my rattle. This is my rattle. I made it many years ago myself. Are you awake? Take a deep breath. Hold. Breath out. You breathe in, your nose. Hold. Breathe out with your mouth. Do a sound at the same time. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Once more, breathe in, hold, breathe out. Now I want you to just imagine all your insecurity about how you treat your own feelings. All that insecurity, how it really is for you, let it go. Just release all that insecurity. And we can do this together. We release all our insecurities now. So you just imagine release all your insecurity when I do this now. You have released all your insecurity about your feelings. We're gonna do this little short rattle for the joy of accepting all your feelings and being ready now to recognize them and look at them and take care of them and see what they mean for you. It's your work, inner work to do. So here is the joyful inner child, and he are happy, joyful, because you have recognized their heart that is the same as their feelings. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you. Blessings. So maybe I have something more I wanted to talk about today. Yes, something very, very, very important I wanted to talk about also today. Because many and I know some of you who see this are on Facebook, and some of you maybe seen or recognize this, that some people say that you should not compare yourself with others. Don't compare yourself with others. You heard it? And it's really a very, very biased way to put it. Because this is very fundamental for us as even if you are multidimensional, evolving now, we are still here on Earth in a human vessel. We are therefore humans, or what you like to call it, people, human beings. Like, it's all mixed together. This is words. Again, it's words. So if I try to explain it like this, that if you didn't compare, can you imagine that? Think of it. Can you imagine that you didn't compare? Because people don't know many times what they say. And they just say things. It's programming. That's programming. They are programmed. Programmed. So yes, that's what my dolphin yoga programming is about. And I've been working with that since 1999. And then I wrote a book that's also about programming more things. It's about ascension and new Earth experience, fifth dimension and more dimensions also. But it's about, think of, if you didn't compare, how could you know anything? Yeah, I say that. How could you know anything if you don't compare? Think of it. And I don't buy, then people maybe say, but I mean that you shouldn't compare yourself with other beings. That's what I mean too. Because we need to do that. Because we find out what is me and what is that outside there. What's that? What's me? Is that part of me or not? How do I know that? Okay, of course, it's not just a very narrow compare. Of course not. You have to, you have to think, analyze, feel inside you. Go inside. That is intuition and that is insight. Insight, intuition. Both words talk about go in, go in. So actually, all this is work. It's inner work. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love to go through expanding adventures, work, hard and find out more about who I am, and to evolve, to be more of who I really am, the always the eternal expanding consciousness, you can say. It's beautiful, it's love, it's light. It's very small words, but the real, what they stand for when you put it in the right circumstances, it's beyond any limits. Of course, it's beyond any limits. So you put it together, and you shift very fast inside yourself between this is, I try to explain one way to work. One way to work is to very, very fast shift between the wisdom that you have gained through your inner work, deep inner work, and shifting to being totally like blank and just go on feeling. I mean now, like just be in the flow without thinking at all. Just feeling happy, joyful, and 100% just love. And of course, you can be love when you are in the analytical part also, but you understand what I mean. You like focus. So all these things, you can, I want to show my book. This is my book. New Earth Experience 5D plus. The Art of Divine Love, Soul and Pure Joy. And here is backside. And yeah. I think it's about 300 and 400 pages or something. And this book, when I create things, of course I do it my way, and every human being can say they live their life their way, but I'm quite rare human being. So I didn't feel for going out in commercial way. So I have a very limited edition now. This is one of them. And this is quite a few X of this book that I'm gonna give out. It's an energy exchange, of course, but to have this book, of course, you have to give me that what is called money, energy, like in money form, to have this. And I think I put it down like 50% from what I should have, because this was you can't imagine the work behind this book. So and yeah, you can go to my website frejaenjoy.com right now and I have this book until the end of September, as it looks like right now, and I just have like a limited edition, as I said. So you're welcome to come there and order it if you want. It's the only place you can have it, and it's just a limited edition. So I don't know, you maybe have to be quite quick to have one. Yeah. So in this one book, this is an adventure. This is an creative adventure. When you open this book, it's a creative adventure. I love books, so I have read, I see so many books, never seen a book like this. And the reason it became this way was because I was like I talked about this changing between the logical and analytical and thinking part of me, and got lost in the flow of just love and joy and my guys, and just let it happen. And it turned out to be this way, and I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I think it's really beautiful. And it's a surprise. When you have this book, it's going to be a big surprise to you. Yeah. Here is to me on the back there. And you have the, here is the in the beginning of the book, and here is the end of the book. So I thought about, yeah. Oh. Did I show you the book because I just want to sell it? No. No. I didn't. No one knows how my life looks. I'm not gonna tell you here either. Maybe I can tell one day when I look back. I can tell about it, but not now. I love my life. I love myself. And can you hear the rain outside? It's raining and raining and raining. This one is my friend, very good friend. I love you. All of you. I'm grateful to have you here. Part of what I have talked about today, what my message is, comes from the Pleiadians, and I'm very calm, peaceful in my soul and my heart. And I can feel many times, because I have this strong passion. So it's just me going with the flow. I have this, you hear when I talk that it's very strong. And then I listen sometimes. You see, here is a comparison. I listen to maybe some others, and they talk very like nothing happens. They talk nearly the same all the time. And sometimes I think, oh, is that the feminine side to be like that, and blah blah, and maybe, or I would love to be more like that and sound that cool. And I'm just telling you, because it's just I think it's kind of funny, because of course I know what's me, and I 100% support it, and I can be very, very, very like talking slow sometimes, and don't say much sometimes. And it can be, I mean, I have worked in situations where I have been in many situations where I was the one who was leading, the one person who took the leading part to solve a situation, emergency situations out in this society. And then when it comes to these emergency situations, no one of you out there, you couldn't believe, I think, how different I look. I mean, act and look, than I do when I talk here, or you see me on Facebook or anywhere, if you meet me even in the physical life. Because I do a lot of different kind of works. And all this really is different parts of my mission here on Earth. So I was laughing because it's fun. Because I know that all of you are comparing yourself. So I mean, it's about how you accept it and what you do with it. It's not that you shouldn't compare. It's about accept it, see it, be aware of it, be conscious about it, and see what you do with it, and why is it important that you compare, and in what situations should you compare, and so on? What works for you, so you can be yourself, your more of your original divine blueprint. I say that we are perfect. So then there's others that maybe say that I don't want to be perfect because I love to be like I have broken parts and I have scars, and for me all that is perfect, you see. It's perfect. It's perfect. You are perfect. You are love. You are love. You are peace. You are divine light. In fact, you are everything. You are everything. And also, in fact, you are nothing. Nothing. I love you very, very much. I love you very, very much. Oh, sometimes I think I would love to go. Come into you. There you sit. And hug you. Mwah. Oh God, goddess, goddess. Blessings. Namaste.